What's good, everyone? What's good? Happy Friday. So, we had CPI today, which I thought was a little bit, or not a little bit, very lackluster. We 5 minutes before, or here, see a little bit better. 5 minutes before we did this, and we gapped up here, then closed down. Now we've pretty much have done nothing. This entire week for me has just been really odd. Give me a buy side up here, which kind of overlaps um, with a weekly or I think that was me, with a daily volume imbalance, and then we have sell side here, which sits at the bottom above a daily volume imbalance. So we have this one and then up above there, and we're kind of in the middle right now. I don't necessarily like that. Here's the trade that we took on Wednesday from there at the bottom, using the bottom of the daily volume imbalance. We took it down to this clear sell side that was there on a 15-minute chart. And look how pretty much yesterday we didn't really do much, honestly. Kind of went up and then kind of consolidated around. Now, I don't think that we have anything too obvious, in my opinion, in terms of SMT. Now we do with these lows here, actually, down here, with between ES and NQ. But honestly, like, this week has been very ugly, in my opinion. I would say it's been pretty hard, but also we're opening up a new quarter, so that's, potentially could be expected. We'll be having a pretty small opening range gap, so again, not too much excitement there either. So yeah, just unfortunately this week has not been, at least in my eyes, really exciting. Not really large movement, just kind of looking for liquidity and getting in and out. That's kind of what I can see, because even since Sunday, again Monday, we did nothing. Tuesday, we traded up. Remember, this was the gap that we could see a trade to, and we're looking forward to target the new week opening gap, which is right here. We did that. Then pretty much going into Wednesday, we were up here the time the market open. So again, I was just more looking for liquidity, which was below this low, specifically this one. And we were, at the time, I said potentially we could come up here, but that was where buy side was, and sell side clear to me was down here. We went below, came up here, took a demo trade down to there, got out. Thursday, decided not to trade. I didn't think it was going to be very impactful at all, and I don't think it was in the slightest. Didn't really do much. And then here we are right now. So based on where we are right now, I'm leaning more towards to see if we can take out this buy side. But I need to see some more clear structure, because for me, in terms of like where the range is, I mean, this down here looks just so prime, in my opinion. Again, I just feel like right now I'm like playing in the middle, like ping pong. Like that looks pretty clear, and if you go on the higher time frame, this also looks clear up there. And I don't think that we have any like real SMT. Like, it's not clear. You do see this little minor one there, but I didn't take out any external. So again, for me, it's just like I don't really see much today. I would think because of where we are, we would try to hit up there first. Now, if we hit up there first and reject, then potentially I think we could be trying to see some of this get cleaned up. For me, I just feel like it's both ways. That's how I feel. So we're here on the 15-minute chart. And again, I don't even really see any clear gaps that we could be really looking to use. Then we have this one right here that overlaps with the daily volume imbalance. It could want to come down there. Could use this swing low to high. Could take out stops. Want to come up there. For me, it's just kind of iffy. Very, very iffy. And I felt like that the whole week. I'm not gonna lie to you. The entire week has felt like that to me. We almost look like we want to go back into the yearly open. That's what it's kind of. We're not that close to it, but we'll say 370-ish handles away. I don't say that we do that today, but we are kind of close to that. We're back up to February closing price on NASDAQ. On ES, we're on March opening price. That's kind of what we're hanging around right now. Also, we're consolidating around midnight opening price. So, a lot of just back and forth. I went to go check to see if they added any news events in. They didn't do that. But again, I think just with everything and what's going on, it's making it a little bit more difficult, in my opinion. That would be my just look on everything. Wish I could see more. I can't see that. It's all good though. Be about 3 minutes into the market opens. And we'll see what we get here. Yeah, right now we're about to hit midnight opening price. And then you see that clear volume imbalance there. Here, but again, for CPI, this for me is nothing. And that's concerning. Usually CPI, we have large movement. This is nothing in CPI. We have this. That looks primed like it wants to get hit. We have this buy side up there on the 4-hour chart. There. But again, this looks really congested as well. So again, just not really liking the price action. But this is kind of what we got. We got a game tomorrow. And a cookout I'm going to after that. So we'll see if I bring my camera and vlog back. I want to, but we'll see. But I've actually been like very, very tired recently. This last week. Maybe I'm not getting the right vitamins or something. But I've been cooked. One minute. Un minuto. Let's see what we got. Something should be on the 1-hour chart, no? I'll switch those two. Put this one in the 1-hour chart. Maybe I'll do that. That's a little better. Did have SMT there. So Tuesday created the low of the week. So we'll see which one it hits first, which one I want to go to. Like if we come up here and then reject, then we could be looking for a reversal profile. So just looking at that. Inside previous day's range though, the fair value gap here, which is a very small one there. There's a fair value gap here with the volume imbalance there. Extend that out in time. It could be something that wants to be used. I think this is a little bit better. Again, for me, this whole week has just been like, luckily we haven't been, we'll say, hurt or taking anything crazy, but it's been difficult, really difficult. Five-minute chart. We'll see if we want to reach up there. How many handles is that? About 100 handles away. We've had a relatively, I'll say, small gap. Let me just see. It's not too bad. It's about, I'll say, 80 handles from the regular trading hours close to where we are now. But again, with CPI, I didn't really do much. That's what I don't like. So, I mean, there's slight SMT there between this low and ES. There and there, but nothing that warrants a trade, in my opinion. So kind of a mixed open. We have ES trading lower or trading up then coming down, with NQ just showing strength. Just for me, looking at it, it just doesn't look very good visually. Like, let's look at this. Look at ES. Like, when you just look at them, they don't look very well. Like, again, we have this minor SMT here. I see that, but it just doesn't visually. This doesn't even look good. So it's like it doesn't. It's, I don't even know if it's worth it. And it's mixed open. But my mind would tell me, or thought process would be like, it would want to reach towards here first, but doesn't have to do that. So we have some SMT there. ES was not able to trade up to that same high or the data highs. And let's see, we're rejecting that. Five minutes in, we ain't really done much. Just chilling. I mean, we have a volume imbalance here. Maybe let's note that from there. Technically, it was there. That's the next place it opened. But in terms of a body, there's no body from that area. And that overlaps with the midnight opening price. I find it to be very interesting. Wish I could tell. I can't tell. I was just looking to see what was happening, what had happened down here. Let's see if we can go through that. And then what does that look like on a 5-minute chart when if it's able to do that? We got a little bit of SMT here. ES went below. This was unable to do so. So I'm just watching to see what we do. Again, are we able to see continuation, or just continue, or do we see rejection here? Need to start seeing them move in the same direction, because right now you're not seeing that. Again, just very, very lackluster. Every day this week, in my opinion, it's been like this. Very, very slow. I've heard the siren so much today. I don't really know what that is. Why? Like everything. The ambulance, the police. I don't know if it's just got really hot today and people are just fainting or something. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't think so. Or at least it doesn't look like you guys can. So we trade down to midnight opening price on both of them. And we fell just short on ES, I think. But again, when prices being like this, ICT has talked about staying on the 5-minute chart or even 15-minute chart. You gotta wait for a fair value gap to form. There's like nothing is formed yet. about 9 minutes. The macro is the 950 to 1010 macro will start. So just wait for that. Let's see if we can find anything there. Again, let's look at the regular trading hours. Look, it's done nothing. In terms of this, let's come back down to a discount of this swing. So, thinking again, we still might want to target up there. But we'll see what it offers. Need to finish up the vlog, the other one. Just nothing. Just nothing. It's pretty much like watching paint dry right now. Ain't nothing happening. Okay, after this candle, the macro will start. Then we'll see what we get here. Again, ES just looks heavy. NQ looks stronger. Right now, I'm trying to contemplate: is it even worth it right now? That's what I'm going through my mind. Because it's not moving; it's just consolidating. It's being held, and is that worth it at this moment? So we'll give it to like 10-10. We'll see if anything has happened. Then if not, then we're good. 6. Yeah. But again, we have NASDAQ trading higher and ES trading lower right now. Very extreme low probability. Unless I can get in sync. Which again, I'm leaning and thinking that it wants to go more up here, but it doesn't mean that. But that's what has to happen. But you have that and you have this. Two different things going on right now. Nada. Okay, so the macro starts about 3 seconds. I want to see something here. Like either direction doesn't matter to me right now. I just want to see it move. So I'm thinking right now, it's the way that it's failed to go higher. ES looks heavy. You have this down there, this, and ultimately all of this, but I don't know if we'll get to that today. Could. But again, really nothing's happening right now. Potentially could come back around 12. If I have time, I will. And then see what's going on then. Around that time. Let alone also have to wait for like 10. But we just need to see some displacement. I'm not seeing any of that right now. Nothing. The market, man. I'm still even kind of tripping over, like, was it 2 days ago, where I thought that they changed they changed the news and switched days, because they've done that before. You know, I was almost not even gonna trade on Wednesday, so I thought they did that. Then I checked the economic calendar. I was on the wrong week, twice. And then I came to this week. I was like, everything's still there. Cause I thought they changed it, because I saw the large 400 handle move or percent move, whatever it was, overnight, and I'm like, did they change something? That's honestly what I thought happened. What I wanted it was a gap. Let's see if we could have done that, like a gap to form here. So I would delete this wick, and if a large enough gap had formed there, like a fair value gap, and we traded down into it, I would have taken that. But we didn't do that. Now I want to see if this candle offers any support right now as an order block. I want to see if that candle can. We've closed above it here. Now we're trading down into it. I don't think it needs to trade down to the middle. Can. But yeah, right where that opening price is, I don't think it needs to, if it's gonna go higher. Now if it's not going higher, then, that doesn't matter. Right now I'm trying to get a gauge on what it's respecting and what it's disrespecting right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. Because since we have this high, we rejected, but we're kind of still hanging around near it. I would have thought the turtle soup for real, and it's going to go lower. And again, this is high resistance. It should run down there with speed. It didn't do that at all. We're in between this void here, even though that's where it opened, but there's an absence of bodies here. And then we have this stop run, this down close candle. Are you respecting it? Yes or no? That's what I want to see. I give it 3 minutes until the 10 o'clock candle forms, which potentially can form a reversal. I looked on the 1 minute chart. It was disgusting. It really looks disgusting. I'm watching on a closing basis. So yeah, so for me that's an issue with bullishness. If it's closing below the mean threshold, doesn't mean it can't still go higher, but that's an issue. Like, large, very, very large issue for me. So see, that's 10 o'clock. Now we're starting to get some movement. We'll say more excitement with the candle at least. Got really nothing going on here. So when I said that we closed too close, when we closed pretty much below the mean threshold of this, for me that's concerning for bullishness, and we didn't get that. Obviously we have these equal lows here resting right at the daily volume imbalance, but we need to see something set up with SMT here. We need to see something set up in order for us to trust and take this this setup. Now this will offer almost 100 handles, so that's not bad. But again, a very, very slow, challenging day. Oh my goodness. Slow, challenging. I'm gonna take this away. Take this out too. Yeah, it's just not doing much. That's all we've done so far. If we can even create a fair value gap here, this would be the first fair value gap on the 5-minute chart. Almost 35 minutes in. It's crazy. That's if we can even do that. My gut's telling me that if it can even create it there, it doesn't close in and we're down here, I don't even know if we'll trade up into that. Might just flush lower, taking this out. But again, looks very ugly. Very, very ugly. Let's just put a line here so we know when it's been touched. Let's make it just red.
If it can trade up.
If it trades down here first. Sorry, trades down here. Yeah, that's what it said first. That'll pretty much be done. Now we could use this gap. And it depends how far and how close it is, because I don't think it would come back all the way up here. If it's below here, we could use this to end up taking out this down here with the SMT there. Again, it just looks so ugly. So ugly. So 1 minute and what, 18 seconds. We'll see where we are. But again, I think this looks so googly. We'll see if we do anything here. We'll see if we're able to. We'll see. See if it can do that. To be above mean threshold of that. That would be fine, and then we'll see if it can trade down to the. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll see if we can even get that. I don't think so. But again, anything is possible. We'll see. Let's delete this. see if we can get this flush. If not, then we don't get it. I have a feeling this is gonna get stopped out just the way that everything looks, but we'll see. BA buy limit. Yeah, CBA buy limit. Just have a feeling that it's just the choppiness. But we'll see. See what we get here. Especially the way that ES looks. Looks a little bit off. Let me get some water real quick. Yeah, I feel like this is offsides a little bit. But we'll see, because we just closed through that gap. And that'll be it for me. If it does that, I'm not really that impressed about it. So I'll just let it go. I get stopped out, I get stopped out. And that's what it is for today. See that some random number keeps calling from Tennessee. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is a stop out. We'll see though. I feel like it shouldn't have traded through that gap the way that it did. So that's it for today. Like, I'm not really that excited. Maybe I had my stop loss too close. I don't know, but it traded through this gap. I don't think it should have traded through the gap the way that it did. But hey, that's what it did. So, all right, I'll catch you guys on Monday next week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See y'all later. Peace out.